Yeah, we're going to start with the pre-prepared questions because they're probably going to be higher quality, so we've actually got something to use.
Are these the ones on the spreadsheet?
Yeah, these are ones on the spreadsheet that I've modified a bit to sort of make them not just repeating themselves.
No, you're throwing a curveball at me, Chromb.
You got introductions. Who even are these people? Who are you?
I am some idiot named Ephemeral who has been doing those things for like 14 years? Question mark.
Too long.
Yeah, too fucking long.
I'm Quam. I do medal stuff. I don't do official medal stuff. I just do medal stuff.
Not bluffing medal haver.
not bluffing medal haver.
Yep.
And vaguely legitimate Taiko 7-star FC haver. Right, that's enough of that. So how and why did you join the OS team?
Oh god, where do I begin? This is okay. Is this like early beginnings stuff, or is it like
kind of a dev title? Kind of a mix of. Wait, did I? Okay, how and why did you join the OS team, and sort of how did that lead to you doing medals?
Alright, I guess we'll go right back to the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a dickhead named Ketchup, and he made a very bad map. And he was obstinately insisting, this was like, I don't know, back in 2009 or something, or 2010, some shit, really long time ago. He was obstinately insisting that his map was good. And someone, I think I was like only very fringe in the community at the time, and my sole claim to fame was being silenced by Peppy for calling him a prick in OS 10. That's my humble beginnings. Anyway, I saw this map, and for some reason, Ketchup's attitude really irked me, so I posted like, I guess what would be the equivalent of like a Mania mod post in 2009. And that kind of got me infamous in the community because I tore his map to bits. And then I think 6 months later I was nominated to the BAT at the time, and so that was where it all kind of began there. And I did BAT work for about 6 months and then decided I fucking hated it, so I just started doing moderation stuff instead, and then I kind of just stuck around and helped out with a whole bunch of like early teams like the MAT, and then yeah, it's all blurring together because it was like 14 fucking years ago. I don't remember any of this shit anymore.
I was 5.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Holy fuck. Oh my god, I feel like I've been hit by a bus. That's terrifying to think about.
I have no idea who this Ketchup guy is.
I'm fucking old!
Could be worse.
Okay.
So how did you start doing medal stuff?
How did I start? I don't know. Actually, I think Peppy was just like... trying to think. I recall vaguely that Peppy mentioned that he'd like some more achievements, and I'd never really done any achievements or medals at the time because there was still the funny circle, the funny like rounded rectangle ones, the old ones. You know, they were like pack medals, and it was all the initial ones that Peppy had done, like
the Pippy ass one.
Yeah, the Pippy one and the stupid who did the bunny thing, that kind of thing. And
the classics.
I think he mentioned in Ops one day or in Lounge at the time, he's like, I kind of want some more medals, but I don't know what to do. So I'm like, okay, I got some ideas. I'll send them to you in PM. So I sent them to him in PMs. He's like, hey, these are pretty good. Do you want to like do some more? And I'm like, okay, I'll do some more. And then he sent me the spreadsheet they were using for them, and I think I started to kind of like tidy it up because it was all a bit, scuffed because it was basically just like a really early prototype of medals at that point.
Yeah.
So I think at that point I started kind of like getting them in order, I suppose, and then once we had them all in order, the first generation medals, and like ported them over to a new system because the new it was called OS Next back then. The Next website started like showing medals properly. And so we started with like the mod introduction medals and all stuff like that. So I've been around involved in medals since then, basically.
So this was like, I'm trying to remember, stuff like the Firmament moved, all those Sysmix ones.
Yes, they're all.
Yeah.
I think practically all of them. Let me open the spreadsheet that we still have. It's from like 2009 or something. Everything from Perseverance onwards is me, I believe.
That was quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, I say me, but like it's not just me. There's people that help too, but like a lot of the hints and stuff are what I do.
God, I'm seeing in chat someone saying back when a lot of people thought OSNext was the new client, wasn't OSNext the original name for laser?
Yeah, it was. So laser is basically OSNext. It's just like had like
There's
three
a
different-
really old blog post on Peppy's website about OSNext.
It's really cool to see the history.
It's worth a read because you can actually see on that first blog post the new sort of layout of the like HP bar and all that comes from that.
Yeah, you can see
It's really old.
The ancestral bits that are just hanging around, and it's very cool actually.
Yeah, it's nice to see how stuff grows.
Yeah, definitely. You don't get to see that in many projects. You kind of just see the finished product and that's it.
Mm.
And yeah, we do still have the spreadsheet. I've used the same spreadsheet since like 2014 or something.
It's a good spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess.
But as all good spreadsheets are.
Yeah, back before I had code access to the processor thing, I actually used to code them blind by hand in a little column called implementation logic.
Oh,
so that's why.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't have code access, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just do this. And I don't even know how many times Pepe used those. I think the time he just kind of treated them as pseudocode and put them in as is. But yeah, that's why some of them are kind of crap.
Anyway, that's probably enough exposition for why you're here. So moving on to the questions from the community. What are your thoughts on the current state of medals?
Overall, I think the past couple of releases, I think the last release in particular is like the kind of quality that.
The last release was great.
Yeah, I think that one came out fantastic. Just if we can do something like 80% of that quality every time, I'd be like really. Sometimes it's kind of like hit and miss with them because some of the hints work out better. It's like, oh, that'll be fun, and then we get a playtester to do. And it's like, yeah, that's fun, but the broader community doesn't necessarily engage with them that much, or doesn't find them that entertaining, or the hints aren't as clear as we thought they'd be. There's a lot of stuff like that happens, but last batch just worked, so very happy with last batch.
I mean, the stuff like Anabasis, which is like hilarious as a taiko player, but everyone else can probably find it a bit annoying.
I think you just learn to play taiko.
Just learn taiko.
Yeah. Half the point of these medals is to give people to like aim for, like, oh my god, I have to play a 36-minute taiko map that's actually like mildly difficult. It's like, yeah, that's the point. It's hard to get. So you can be like, hey, look, I did this and it means something. It's not just like, something you cross off on a checklist. We have checklist medals. Everyone loves those.
Yeah.
We can't always have those.
It is also like a nice way to showcase some cool maps that people wouldn't play otherwise.
Yeah.
Like when I first got Anabasis, I think I was like rank 30 on the leaderboard for a really bad score. So no one actually really played it. Almost definitely not.
You see, you say that, but it was like really highly recommended to me, that map. And when I can't play taiko for shit, so I just kind of like watched through it a few times, and then I think I watched someone else who posted a YouTube video play it.
It is not the kind of map that you would play just out of like, oh, I'm going to play that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a 36-minute map.
It's 36 minutes long, but it's not one of the ones like people will happily play Daria Core from start to finish, just for like shits and giggles. That map's kind of like, it's not like any map I've played.
It's an experience, right? It's not one you want to do all the time, but it's something you'll be like, hey, that's fucking cool, and then you'll do it like once or twice and never touch it again.
I've played it 3 times. I'm doing good.
So that's the intent. So you sit down, you play, you're like, okay, this is hard, then you do some prep, and you get yourself psyched up, and then you go do Anabasis, and you sit there at the end of the 36 minutes and be like, yeah, I deserve that. This is a good medal. I like that. And then you never touch the map again, and that's fine. I think that's okay to have a medal.
You've had the experience.
Yeah, you've had the experience, exactly. You've had the moment.
Okay.
I think. Hold on, what was the original? Okay, current state of medals. So I think we waffled a bit, but
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're getting better, but I think with operating at like maybe 20% of what medals will ultimately end up being when they're fully finished being implemented in laser, because it is very limited what we can do with them at the moment, and laser will pull back a lot of those limitations and add criteria that realistically were like literally not possible and stable. So,
I mean, you've mentioned multiplayer medals before, but we'll get onto that later.
yeah, okay.
I've got that somewhere here later. So, how do you come up with the ideas for medals?
I stare at a blank wall until they just appear in my head, and I'm not joking. That's how like 90% of them are born.
I mean, I know you've occasionally had someone help out, but
yeah, I think lately it's about a third or about half are from people that suggest medals. Like the past couple of packs, I've drawn a bunch from the community as well, but I like twist them around a bit. So like I can usually see the spirit of what people are going for with their medal suggestions, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what they want, and then we kind of twist that around a bit. And I think Internment actually came out of one of those suggestions vaguely. Like it wasn't all me; it was someone else suggested something similar to it, but not quite as contrived. And then, yeah.
And then you did what you do to it.
Yeah. Then I think I was taking a shit, and I'm like, oh my god, what if we made them do an RGB thing on this, and then the hint just appeared in my head, and I'm like, okay, they'll get this. And then I ended up arguing with Peppy for like 3 hours, and him saying, no, they won't get this. And
yeah, like, I heard about that.
You don't understand these people. They will get it. I promise you. It will be like 2 months, but they'll get it.
I mean, Glassiv's here. Glassiv did the video with Peppy asking about that. That COE.
It was very funny. Very funny hearing him make the COE stuff. I was rolling my eyes at that the whole time. You have no idea.
This medal worked.
Behold, a month passes and people get it.
Yeah. I see someone asking if this medal worked out, does it mean we're going to get more of these kind of medals? I mean, anything can happen.
That's true. I don't think we'll have more explicit, like, probably won't see a repeat of, like, Internment's exact principles again, but you may see a twist on it. Like, I think now people have kind of realized that anything goes, really, for some of these medals. Like, if we're willing to go as far as making people match, like, colors from the webpage on the website, then, you know, it's a lot more than just what's immediately visible to you in game. So now that people are looking for that, I think we can maybe get a bit stupid with them and see how far people will really go with them.
You start freestyling.
Yeah. I mean, it opens up options, and options are good because it means we can do more stuff with them. That are, you know, because I think people are really tired of just the play X map with X mod combo at X accuracy thing now. We've done, I think, something like 60 of those, so which is plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe one or two of those per pack is enough from now on. At least for OS mode, anyway. The other game modes, we'll get those eventually.
Give the people some crumbs.
Yeah, exactly.
Lure them in with some easy ones. All right, we've kind of glossed on this a bit. Any plans for new types of medals?
I see people in the event chat mentioning multiplayer medals. That's a new type, right?
Yeah, from what I've heard, they've been planned for a long time.
They have. Oh man, I have so many fucking ideas for those. I will share one briefly. It's more or less a medal that you like is contagious. You catch it from other people by playing in multiplayer rooms with people that have the medal at like a low chance. Really excited for that one.
Just start off.
Yeah.
Can we start off by giving the medal to like only Peppy and see how it goes from there?
No, it's like it'll have a really rare condition to like actually be like seeded into the wild. So like someone will have to do something and they may not understand why they've gotten it, and then it'll like slowly propagate out through the game as they play multiplayer with people. That's the idea of it.
That's actually really cool. I mean, I've heard.
Yeah.
You continue.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna change something, but you keep going. You're talking about what we're about now.
I have completely forgotten what we were just talking about, so you may as well go.
Sure. I have heard about there being more sort of website-based medals and doing stuff on OS Web. I'm not gonna go any further on that because I don't know if it's actually official yet, but
yeah, I think Clayton added a PR for that a long time ago. That's what that'll be the foundation for modding medals, probably like beatmap discussion-based medals.
I've heard about modding medals becoming a thing.
Yeah, we're definitely doing those. They'll definitely be a thing. They won't be like, obviously not going to be hush-hush. They'll just be like, oh, you know, X beatmap nominations, you know, maybe X number of plays on maps you've nominated, that kind of thing. It's kind of like little stuff for the beatmap nominators, so. Because they don't really get a whole lot.
I can imagine people complaining about that.
Yeah, they probably will. But if you want the medals, just go become a beatmap nominator. Easy.
Just become a BN. Mod my map.
Yeah.
We have Harumachi Elevator awaiting BNs.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think I could pass the BN test, but the
You don't need to
goals, I
pass
guess.
the BN test.
I do. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing modding stuff unless I actually pass the test. I'm a bit crusty. I don't want to be one of those old people that's just like, oh, I've been here fucking 16 years. I know how to mod maps now. I don't know shit, man.
It's not grid mapped. How do I play this?
Oh man, I didn't even do grid maps. I did like triangles or something. I don't know. It's been like 8 years since
I've played your bad apple.
We don't talk about
We do talk about that.
We do not talk about bad apple.
It's dreadful. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna end the conversation there by saying it's dreadful.
It has 16 million players, man, and I have to live with that,
So, moving on the subject of rejection, any rejected medal ideas that you're allowed to share?
Let me check the document.
Like anything too hard, too fucky?
Skylord almost ended up there, actually, which some people probably might suggest that it should still be there, because it's like really fucking hard. I didn't quite anticipate just how hard it would be. I'm like, surely people will SS this. It was kind of one of the off the cuff.
Yeah, I mean, Skylord's one of those ones where it's not ridiculous to imagine a decent number of people getting it. It's just such a weird thing to do.
Yeah, it's really
it's such a weird map. I had to rewire my brain to hit one of the patterns in there, and I can't even do the rest of it.
Yeah, that one was me not playtesting it enough, but I think in the end people rose to the challenge.
It's pretty good. I can just about FC it. Got Replica in chat giving row numbers.
Rejected medal ideas. There's a couple, I think. One of the rejected multiplayer medals we had was I think you have to play overtime. Miss Magius is overtime with at least 5 people on the tag 4 version and have an overall accuracy of 70% without using difficulty reduction mods.
It's rough.
That map is excruciatingly difficult, and you have to have 5 people not fuck it up on a tag 4. Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, I'm hearing
that one may not be actually rejected, but it's probably going to get toned back.
Yeah. I'm seeing people in chat recommending Porter. What happened with that, and why is it still around?
I think it's a beat map pack medal, actually. That it was meant to be for a Porter beat map pack, but I don't recall. Did we sign Porter? Let me check.
We got Virtual Self, which is close.
Yeah, I think we almost had Porter aboard as a featured artist because he was the same label that does feature the Virtual Self, but I think it fell through and we haven't really pursued it since.
Mm.
And that medal was in preparation for, because we were like, Porter was really really big at the time, prepared for releasing a medal. And so Flight made that, and it was going to be like, play, I think, Shelter or something. It was like you do some funky thing with Shelter and get the medal. It never ended up eventuating. So we didn't sign Porter in the end.
Legal stuff.
Yeah, music licensing is hard. You can have artists that are super fucking hyped to do it, but working it out with labels, some pain. A real pain in the ass. Pardon. I should not shrimp quite so hard in my chair because I think I'm getting out of range of my mic.
Okay, we got the question. What's your favourite medal?
Ooh. Probably Internment at this point, I think.
Internment's just done something. The amount of chaos that was going on with that. 2 weeks in, we're getting Pac-Man Theory, MXKVL telling me about it on the tube, and I'm just sitting there with dead eyes.
Sitting there going, oh god, what's happened there? Yeah, that was good. That was very, very fun to watch for me, to be honest.
Pac-Man Theory's not peaked. The medals came out, I ended up going to COE, and just all we had was just a couple of people having no idea what was going on with it.
It's cool when a medal has that much impact, because a lot of the time, most medals we release, people are just like, they get it in the first like 18 hours, and then once the solution's on Isekai or whatever. Is it Isekai or Isekai?
Osakai.
Isekai. I'm gonna call it Isekai because it sounds better to me. But
So the only real
solution, yeah.
The only real medals I can think of that have had that kind of outreach is Bunny Medal, which I still don't quite remember why. And When You See It, but that was inevitable.
Yeah, When You See It was gonna.
Like,
I didn't think people thought we'd actually go that hard on When You See It.
Do you remember why Bunny Medal kind of became a thing, or no?
That's the Peppy one, right?
It's the first medal, yeah. It's
the
playing
one,
make up, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because he's like, Bunny. I think it was the first map that was ever storyboarded because he did it as like to show off the storyboarding feature when it was added to stable.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, it's like, you have the Twitchy Bunny thing, and then I don't even know the condition for that medal. I assume it's just play the map.
It's past the map.
Yeah, so I guess it's just play that map, look at the funny storyboard, and we don't have Chat Monty licensed or anything, so awkward.
Yeah, kind of pretend it doesn't exist for now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not the only map dependent medal that's not licensed. There's a couple. We just kind of just pretend that.
Some of them could be easily like adjusted off to other things.
Yeah, some of them couldn't be though. Like
Bunny Medal, you can't really do anything with.
Like if we hadn't gotten the EOS map aboard and we had to try and migrate the 11T medal to something, that just wouldn't work.
I remember hearing that non-stop dances requirement used to be different for some reason. It used to be like some video game mashup, and now it's Paramax.
Yeah, I think the mashup got pulled or something at some point, or it dropped out of approved.
Something like that. It's way before my time.
Yeah, quite literally. I think
probably by like 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are there plans for challenge packs in other game modes?
Yep, absolutely. Once we get people like willing to, tutor us on tutor us on the maps that would be good for that, then yeah.
Because we got the
we want to get parity in all the modes for this kind of thing. Eventually.
I mean, there's still the complaints about standards play count medals being completely different to the other ones, but we will get onto that. People can have their complaints when we get onto that.
A lot of them are kind of apples and oranges because it's like it's play count and then there's like notes hit.
Yeah.
The others, yeah, which is kind of like, it probably should just be like circles clicked and stuff for the rest.
Yeah. So we've got the question: are there already some laser medal ideas floating around?
Yeah,
which is almost definitely yes.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen, if you've ever played Laser, you've seen the mod. Can you imagine some of the fucking chaos that will result from some of those mods?
But guys, you're gonna have to play with the blinds mod.
Or that horrible fucking nausea-inducing one that like moves everything on the playfield around like you're on a ship. I don't remember what that mod's called.
Wobble?
Wobble, yeah.
Something like that.
I'm gonna add a medal that forces you to play 100 maps in a row with Wobble without turning it off and without failing one.
Oh, that'd be awful. There's a lot
of nausea.
There are a lot of things in Laser I can imagine having medals. Do you think there'd ever be medals for custom rule sets?
Shit, if they're popular enough, yeah, that could happen. I can't see why not.
I don't really know where to put it on the website, but there's probably a place for it.
I mean, if it's popular enough that it warrants medals, we'd probably just, it'd just be like another mode button on the thing. You just click it and be like, oh shit, we got Project Diva medals now. I don't think we have a Dance of Fire and Ice though, because the dev's not particularly. He's kind of worried that we're like gonna steal his thing. I remember there's been talks about that.
I swear they were asked to stop that one.
Yeah, they were actually. He was just like, man, this is like my life. Like my life's work. You guys are like replicating it on a platform with like 100,000 beat maps. I'm gonna go bankrupt if you do this or something.
Yeah.
Don't take this for bad. I've only heard slivers of this, and it's not the full story. But he did reach out, and it's not unreasonable for him to reach out. I would probably do the same in his shoes. It's like, holy shit, my game, what are you doing?
Yeah, Lazer, go play it. It's fun.
It is.
You got any updates on the next batch of medals?
There may still be some coming out before the end of the year, maybe. They have not been made yet, but we would like to, and it would be a big pack if it were to release. And if it does not release this year, it'll be early next year. So it shouldn't be too long a wait. And when I say big pack, I mean like all 4 modes. It won't just be.
Ooh.
Yeah. Really want to start getting all the modes in on it.
It'd be nice to see some catch medals.
Yes, it would be.
We're gonna double the catch player count.
Yeah, from 1 to 2.
From 1 to 2. I'm gonna start playing catch. We've also got this one. We saw on the Figma a while back a medals redesign popped up that uses the whole sort of new color tier, the whole tier color things that they've got for levels now. Is anything happening with that, or is that kind of dead?
I have no fucking clue. Design stuff goes through a completely different layer to what I see. I don't know what's happening at design at any given point. I just do the stuff. But if it did, we have score values assigned to each medal. Like Skylord, for example, is 1000, and then I think what is Beast Mode? Beast Mode's 1000 as well. Show me check. The tiers would use that. Yeah, Final Boss and Beast Mode are both 1000 as well. So the 1000 is like the absolute fucking hardest. And they're meant to contribute to like an MP score or something, so the tiers would be based on those. And then, you know, people would have a big score on their profile at the end of the day and be like, "Oh, look how big my score is."
Just out of curiosity, what did you put Anabasis on for that?
Let's see. Control F, Anabasis. Anabasis is 250. So
250.
Yeah, I probably need to go up.
Yeah. Internment's probably about 10. Internment's not hard.
Internment is a 450.
What?
So the score's a bit all over the place. So I think Anabasis would go up to 450 and Internment would go down to 250 upon revision. So
that can be figured out.
That could be fixed. Yeah, they're easy to change on the fly.
So we're out of prepared stuff, so if you want to say anything, go wild.
Oh shit, already. It's only been 20 minutes. Fucking hell.
Just wait for the audience questions.
Okay.
Alright, people, ask away. What have you got?
Yeah,
any more halftime medals?
Any more halftime medals? I figured people were tired of those after Aeon, so we haven't really thought about any since.
It was like 4 years ago.
Well, has it been 4 years?
It's 3 or 4. It's been a while. I remember being back in high school.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe. Oh, Jesus, Chromb! You can't just throw that out there. Holy fuck, man! It's like walking into the corner of a table.
Yeah, I just remember being in computer science class. My phone's going mad, and someone's got not bluffing, and it's like, what's going on?
Oh my god!
Touchscreen medals. If we ever end up hardware locking medals.
No, we won't hardware lock medals.
What do you mean touchscreen medals? We've already got 10-star FC.
Wow.
We got mobile. I was asking if mobile medals have become a thing.
I think we almost had 12-star FC in pass as well. We've got 11 and 12 in drafts, but I don't know why we haven't put them out. I think it's just like, oh, no one will ever get those.
Why was asking if getting mobile medals? I'm guessing that means mobile only?
Oh, I don't know about that. That would kind of be like hardware locked in a way.
But I can imagine if someone comes across and makes a game mode that only works on mobile, we could kind of see something like that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if we could potentially do like really stupid shit, like, you know, score a play on this map with capital in the name in the capital city of your profile or something, we could probably do something stupid like that on mobile.
Oh yeah, because you got location data as well, but I don't know exactly how that would exactly be stored.
I don't know either, but that's potentially possible on Lazer. Draw a certain shape with cursor smoke. Technically possible, but that kind of like, I think pattern checking on like mouse data is like really hard to do. It's like computationally it's quite expensive or something.
Yeah, you got beta map at COE. I can imagine that being a fun one, like with the multiplayer ones, probably some like mass people gathering medal with like have 100 people in a lobby or something like that.
Play in an event where the host team is present or something, kind of like the Pokemon Go stuff.
Because I know Tetrio has a achievement for winning 100+ player match. So something like that could be pretty sick to see.
We'd do something like that. I think we've got ideas for playlist medals as well, like if you do well in playlists or if you like overtake someone in the playlist. Or, I don't know, we could do stuff like, if you change positions in a playlist X number of times, like you're fighting really hard for a spot, you could eventually give you a medal for that kind of.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, there's lots of things we could do with it.
Oh, we got Tanza asking the when are you fixing the medal order?
What's wrong with the medal order?
Oh, it's still like really bad.
Is it? Shit. Okay, I can maybe look at that.
Like all the pack medals are just in some random order.
Oh, they're not chronological.
No, they're just kind of. Let me pull up the website.
Oh, if they're really old, then okay, we can probably fix that. Ordering and stuff's done on like a single database, so it's not too hard to.
Yeah, it's just kind of like. Where is it? Oh, taiko. It's not loading right, but it's somewhere there. Yeah, here.
Oh yeah, they are all out of whack. I wonder what happened there.
That's worse than the last time I saw it, so.
Why does it change like that? It must be a cache thing. That's weird.
Maybe.
I can look into that. They should all be like tiered on their own. Like all the fucking video game ones should have their own like row and shit as well. Like and the Mappers Guild ones should all have their own thing.
It used to be like that, but
that's really weird.
Kind of fell apart.
Yeah, like the new ones aren't like that either. So like the Project Love ones are all done properly.
Yeah. On the same topic, Glassiv's just reminded me that the Spotlight medals have one's called Autumn, one's called Fall.
Oh, well, that's stupid. Hold on, I can change that like literally right now. Hold
on. As we are saying, Americans.
Americans. I'm just gonna blame Phoenix for that. It's probably Phoenix's fault.
Always is.
Usually is.
Are we allowed to encourage spam pinging Phoenix? Sounds like fun.
I'm not going to do it, but I'm also not going to tell you not to do it. That's probably not his fault, actually. So I exist in a weird continuum where I simultaneously write in American and British English, and like they interchange freely, and I think it drives Waller nuts because he's like constantly fixing my fucking English all the time.
That's what being on the internet does.
Why is it American 1 second and British the next? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
You spend too much time on the internet, you start speaking American.
Yeah, no, I really do. Honestly, I think it's at like what time zone I'm awake at too. Like if I'm awake during Australian hours, I like type in British English, and then or like in European hours, and then when it goes over to US prime time, I'm typing in American. It's what the fuck is wrong with me?
We got.
Question? I think we did.
Yeah, we think we got Miss Schwartz. Can we have the expert/non-expert hush hush medals on the same row? So at the moment they're kind of jutted one page across from the other.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I wish I could change that. I can't unless I think we tried to merge skill and dedication together to do that.
Yeah.
And then something else happened, and now they're like on a different.
Wait, why is that at the bottom now? What?
I don't know. I can't control that DB.
Is it getting worse?
It might be.
Why is challenge packs at the top?
No, it's not. I hate that fucking yawning void with challenge packs too. Like, oh yeah, that's a web thing. They'll probably fix
it's coming off.
Someone makes. If it bothers you, you should make an issue about it on the GitHub. Like, for real. Like, that's not my purview to control. It's a design thing.
We've got a question from. We got a question from Phoenix. Phoenix is asking, "What the fuck?"
Ah, yes. That is hello in Polish, I believe.
We got also a couple questions asking about any more plans for loved map required medals.
Technically possible if they're.
We had one last pack.
Yeah,
we had Time Traveler.
I wasn't aware until like 2 packs ago that was even possible. Like I think someone in here told me that that's technically possible because of some really obscure thing. I didn't think. I thought it was just literally ranked maps only. Didn't realize it was like approved more than one. So it's technically No, that means they won't work on qualified. I don't think. I think it's still a bit exclusion for that.
And stuff does work on qualified. Creators Gambit works on qualified.
For real? Okay, shit. I guess it is just greater than one then.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
someone brought
that just
up.
checks if it's got a leaderboard.
Yeah, that makes sense. Someone brought that up. Resetting medals. I think I'd like to do that, but not necessarily in the delete medal sense. But like, if you get the same medal on a more impressive play, I think it should use the more impressive play. But I think that may like grief people that want to like set scores on like really funny things because we track that currently. Like,
Yeah,
who was
you
it that
mentioned
did
that before.
Yeah, someone did Superfan on like who was it on Nanahira? I think
Oh, who's an Anahira fan? I've forgotten. It's one of you. You're
it
definitely
was
here.
Pedro or
Oh,
something. I forget. Yeah,
so he's got the Nanahira thread running every single morning and every single night.
he says good night and
Good morning and good night.
Pedrito. That's the
Weirdo.
one. Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
he's
I got it all on
Superfan
Harumachi.
Nanahira. Oh god, why would you do that?
What else am I gonna get it on?
Pendulum. I think there's 10 pendulum Matt.
And the story of the first person to get it is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like someone just playing is the order of rabbit maps for about half an hour.
We weren't sure we could do those 10, the Superfan and the other similar one. We weren't sure that was possible for a bit.
You've got the data for it, so you can like expose the entire taiko community for playing Ether Ritual.
We've got the data for it, but like the scale is hard to explain with metal stuff. Like the way they work, sort of, is that they're basically a giant switch case thing that goes through like every score that is sent. So like it's running queries for practically almost every score that gets sent. So if you put like a really expensive query in, it can like legitimately slow score processing down a lot. So a lot of the queries that's why Peppy gets like sometimes we'll add stuff in and then they'll break afterwards. It's usually because Peppy's like optimizing the queries because they're like literally slowing score stuff down. It's also why he won't let me code or he won't take my code because I notoriously shit at writing optimized code. Like I'll write a query that works, but it runs like 3 times slower than it needs to. So he'll go in and fix it.
Yeah, but it works.
It works, yeah. Like I think my initial internment thing worked, but it was like really slow. So then he like rewrote it and it's half the size because all he does is code, and he's really fucking good at it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Metal speedruns idea. What are metal speedruns?
Just getting as many medals as possible as quick.
Huh. That could be one interesting use case for resetting medals, I guess.
A medal for getting 100 medals in an hour. So it is possible.
I could raise that actually. I don't know if he'd do it, or maybe if it was something you could request for your like support and have all your medals reset. Because I mean, it's 10. We can do that. It's like just clearing rows out of the table if you don't mind losing the old data. But we could technically have some kind of way for people to clear their medals, and then you could go try get them again if you wanted to. I guess.
You know, either that or something like have an option to just have the medals pop up anyway when you get them.
Yeah, maybe. I'd have to talk to Pepe about that. I think he'd be able to see if that's actually possible or not. I don't know if there's like concerns about performance with that, but
almost definitely, yes.
Yeah. I mean, if it's only like 10 or 20, if it's like maybe 200 users who have that toggle on, it's like not a huge deal, you know? Because like I think something like 30 or 40 scores happen a second, so it's like how many of those are going to be from that 200 people? Probably not many. Maybe like 1 at most. So
yeah. It sounds like a bit of fun.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think the idea of like a 50 or 100 medal speedrun is pretty cool. Like, that'd be interesting to see.
Because there were talks about what is the most amount of medals you can get in one play.
Ooh, that's.
I think the conclusion to that was something in the range of like 8 or 9.
10, 12 maybe? I'm thinking you could probably get.
I think that the idea was
guaranteed from passing.
The idea was para max and just kind of go because it's approved. It's really long. You should get like 3 from that. It's 2k combo. It's 2 stars. Play with mods. That's free.
3, 4, 5, 6.
You get quite a few, and non-stop dancer.
You get if you did it with some mods, you could get the mod introduction medals as well.
Yeah.
Or wait, I think they're just think the mod's introduction's like.
Oh, they don't stack.
Play with that mod. No.
They don't stack.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they don't stack. They just check because we use bit flags for the mods, so it's just like, is this bit flag there? Not is it like there and in the stack? Yeah, okay, that tracks.
Because that could be actually really interesting, like question to answer
as well. And then if we had a medal for you getting multiple medals at once, and it's like how many medals did you earn at once, and that would be what the medal would show.
What about more mod intros like Hidden Hard Rock? That actually be. Do you think that could be a thing, like mod combo introduction?
Yeah, I mean, they're easy to make. I guess we just need designs for them. I asked the question. Someone was like, "Didn't you ask her who the designer was or something?"
I did, but I didn't know whether they'd want it mentioned here because of what you said.
I talked to them about it, and they're okay with it.
Okay. So who did make the medals?
A Halloween fan art finalist. Hold on. Let me find a profile.
So I swear you've sent the Twitter before at some point.
I have, yeah. It is this lady. I'll link it in the chat. Aeon. She was, I think, 2016 or 2018 Halloween finalist. Maybe be conservative with the Twitter because I think she, you know what artist Twitters are like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not harass people.
But she was she's been great, really. Like she'll just we'll give her like 30 medal images and she'll just crack them out in a weekend. It's absolutely fucking mental.
Damn. God, I'm seeing the absolute variety in old map diff names.
Yeah.
Is it by the same guy? What? No.
Oh, the scrutiny begins.
It's just all the diff names are just hard. There's no creativity.
No, that's the old days for you.
Uber's asking, is if you got a medal on a play even tracked? Yes. It's one of the few things I know.
It is. It's tracked, yeah. I think the score ID is saved. So the whole score is there for us to use later on stuff.
Do you think that's something that...
Yeah?
Do you think that's something that could easily just be added to the profile? Just click on a medal on someone's profile and it'll bring them to the score?
It should. I really can't see why not, and I'm not sure why it's not already like that. It should be. I think in one of Flight's designs that I have seen, it's there. It's really prominently displayed, actually. You mouse over the medal and it gives you a little stub that shows you what score.
I mean, it could be done. When are we adding a bit to see which map someone got a medal? We're literally talking about that right now.
Yeah, we're talking about that.
Soon. Hopefully.
Do you be talking?
We're talking like a GitHub issue thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, if someone made that and then you guys threw a bunch of thumbs up on it, and I think if all you got to do is get 8, and there's 30 of you in here at the moment, more than 8, and I think the dev's actually oh yeah, people actually want this.
I mean, if you've already got all the data, it's just a case of adding one more bear in mind, I don't do professional web dev. Just adding one more A tag.
Something like that. It's basically hey, Flight, where should we show this on the site? And then Flight will do something in Figma, and then the web devs will look at it and be like, okay, and then they'll just implement the probably 10 lines of code or whatever it takes to put that in.
Yeah.
And that's it. So.
Because, I mean, there's been times I've suggested something that's been, added in the case of, 45 minutes.
Yeah, in 5 or 10 minutes sometimes. It's
just, you email Peppy with an issue and it's fixed in 2 hours.
Yeah. Lots
I don't know how this man does it.
And when you know the code really well, I think it kind of falls out of you. He knows, oh yeah, this is at fault. I can just change this, and then he just changes it and deploys, and bam.
Let's see if there's any more questions. Let's see.
Were there any others from that spreadsheet that you didn't put in?
I'll have a look at the spreadsheet. To be fair, I still got it open somewhere. Give me a second.
Is there a quota of roles to fill when creating a new medal batch? As in, each batch must contain X easy medals, Y challenge medals, Z gimmicky. There's not a formal limitation that we have for that, but generally I try to not add more than 2 excruciatingly difficult medals in one pack, because not everyone can get them, and you want the bulk of a release to be playable by 80% of the people. So imagine if we released a pack and it was all just 7 versions of beast mode. People would just be like, "Oh, great! What am I supposed to do now?" You don't get to play any of the set.
So
And,
zoom
but
in so
there
not
is some
splitting the
there's-
answers.
We do it by score, or like typically, like we'll look at the score, like the combined pack score of this set, and be like, okay, is this too high? Like the beast mode and final boss one was actually like as high as we're willing to go with that because it was like two 1k score medals.
Yeah. I still haven't got beast mode or final boss. They're just impossible.
Imagine how good it'll feel when you get it though. You'd be like, oh fuck yeah, I'm a
Yeah, but I play taiko now.
Oh, damn. Birmingham moment.
I'm not from Birmingham. But the worst
For
insult you
now.
can give. That's the worst insult you can give to someone in the UK. You're from Birmingham.
You from Birmingham?
So there's also that question like, what's your workout routine?
Oh man, my workout routine is sit on a chair like a shrimp for like 18 hours a day.
I mean, the answer you gave was snorting entire cans of G Fuel.
Yeah, I've never drunk G Fuel in my life. I only snort it.
It's pretty good. It smells good.
I wouldn't know. I've never actually snorted it. I'm sorry. I'm destroying the illusion.
We got someone asking, will you add a medal based on any Mother 3 song? And that sounds like it's going to be licensing hell, so I'm assuming the answer to that is probably not.
When you map a what song?
A Mother 3. Oh. Earthbound, I think? I don't know. I don't know all games. But like,
You be at COE. I want to attend COE one year, eventually.
you should come next year. Shameless advertising. Oscar's hosting an event there.
I don't know where people conjure the money for this shit. Like, it's like 10 grand to fly to the Netherlands for me. Like, that's a small car worth.
That's good. That's a good point.
Like, I can't just conjure 10 grand out of nowhere.
Let's get a train.
Yeah, I'll catch a train across the Pacific Ocean. It's expensive. If it was like anywhere else but the Netherlands, I think I'd probably go more.
The problem is either you host it in the Netherlands and you get all of Europe, or you host it in America and get just America.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to America on principle. I don't really want to get shot.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like comically reductive, but it is really kind of that bad in America sometimes. What else is there from this?
There was also, what was the other one? Do you plan to make more meme-related medals?
Look, I love them to bits, and if I can put a meme medal in that makes sense, I will at any given opportunity. It's just like you have to be careful when you put those in that you're not like forcing the joke.
You don't want to put in. You don't want to dev a joke, and by the time the medals are out, the meme's just completely dead.
Yeah, exactly. I was worried a bit with 727 that it would be kind of like, oh, you're beating a dead horse, but it's like it's so timeless at this point that people would just like immediately come onto it.
This one's going out as a serious idea. United Hidden Hard Rock must be a medal.
I'm surprised it's not already.
It isn't. We licensed that one song is licensed.
The flare text can be, "Why'd you kick a kid for?"
It's looking for this spreadsheet. There's a lot of just like absolute crap in there. I've had to remove. A lot of it's also mine. Like there was someone who put their user ID as 2 and just had the word "sex, please." It's like, eh.
Only if you map Bad Apple first.
Ivy, he's calling.
Oh god, he did map Bad Apple.
Yeah. We got the one about you have such a way with words, and occasionally have us pull out a dictionary to figure out what the medal's even called. Where'd you come up with this?
I wish I could tell you, but it seems to be a me thing. I don't know. I play a lot of like games that involve words like that, and I consume a lot of content. Like I read fuckloads of books, like fantasy books, shit like Malazan and the Wheel of Time, and it just kind of like it falls out of me.
We got someone asking, do you play Scrabble?
I think I played Scrabble once as a kid, and it involved me like spitting some of the pieces at my sister because she was being a bitch. I was a delinquent child. It
Who wasn't?
surprise to some people. Oh man, I was particularly bad. If I had been introduced to RuneScape when I was like 10 years old, I'm pretty sure I'd be like in prison for like breaking property or something. very, very.
Now all kids have
childhood.
these. Now all kids have these days of TikTok, and you see how that's ending out.
Yeah, it's crazy. I used to ride on my bike down like storm drains and shit, like stuff that gets people killed in flash floods. And then these days you go outside and there's like no one outside at all. I find that bizarre, personally.
We all do weird stuff as kids, though. Like, I don't know, I played Osu, that's a start.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to think, like, the rank 1 of the game, MREC, is only like a year old. It's only like a year older than the game. Like, there's going to be a...
Is he that young? I thought he was like 18 or something.
I think he's like 17, 18, but there's going to be a point where the rank 1 player is younger than the game.
That's crazy, but it's also not that weird because I joined OS when I was like 16 as well. So, he's joined OS when he's what, like 14, 13. That's not that weird.
13 or something, yeah.
Yeah, like we had a moderator who was 13 back in the day, so it's not that weird.
Yeah, that can't happen now.
No, that can't.
We did have one here. What is your favourite part about developing the medals?
There's this moment where like I'm sitting looking at a map, or maybe I'll be going through a song or something. I'll just be like scrolling through song select, or I'm going through recent ranked maps or like recent popular maps, and then I'll look at a map and it just kind of like you get this feeling that it would make for an interesting medal. Like I'm sure you guys have encountered that too. You've been playing there and you sat there and you just kind of get like a really stupid fucking idea that just pops into your head. You're like, oh, that would be kind of interesting, and then I write that down and like test that and see if it's good. I like when you get the moments where like you come across like a combination of the map you're playing it on, the hint name, and the flare all in one go, and you're like, okay, that's really fucking good. We have to do that.
I mean, there's some maps where it all just kind of falls together. Like Mr. Invisible plus Hidden, it just works.
Yeah,
like
cool.
that was the first message in this Discord server's medal suggestions.
Yeah, it was. I think I did that for you, actually.
Yeah, is a solution for that really intended to be just play all the diffs with Hidden?
I think so. Or is that Replica? I don't remember.
Replica's just 2.
That one, Replica, was like really difficult to do code-wise. I was really stunned at that. I thought it would be like way easier to do. That one, because I think it was bugged for a bit, and Peppy had to like proper debug that a few times. Like it broke multiple times.
Yeah, I think it was broken for like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, and I hate that, man. Like I'm sitting here because I only have very limited visibility into how badly broken something is. Like we'll test something, and if it works, then we send it out. But there's times where we test something and it works for us, and then it goes out wild and it doesn't work, and I'm like sitting here every release I spend maybe like 3 or 4 hours just like watching chat in here, making sure that people haven't like correctly guessed the thing and it's not working.
We've had it a couple times where people have suggested stuff. It ends up being the right answer, but just no one can be bothered to do it.
Yeah.
Like not bluffing, I think we got in the first few days, but no one actually ended up being bothered to do it because it was too hard. It was way too hard.
Someone suggested the RGB for Internment on like day 3 or something, and I'm like, oh shit, they're halfway there already. Cue the next month of people not doing it.
I do not regret that month of just like sitting watching the chat and like losing my mind.
No, it was great. It was great to watch. I hope people actually enjoyed it. It's sad.
Oh, it was fun.
I kind of wish sometimes we could give out more for people involved in the hunt because, like, everyone kind of contributes, but only one person really gets the prize at the end. If we could give something out to like the people that are involved, I've thought about that. I'll still keep thinking about it. I kind of like you guys. You have fun with it, and you should get rewarded for it too, outside of just the thing. I think it's cool when we have stuff like that. You have like memories of a big community hunt. People can be like, "Oh yeah, I was there in the hunt and Internment." You can point at a funny thing on your profile and be like, "Look."
Okay, here's one. Do you think there'll ever be like physical bounties for the medals?
If we do one hard enough to warrant something like that.
Do one hard enough and like put a little bit of budget into like casting a metal version of it or something like that, and send it out to the first person to get it.
Well, Pishy has a 3D printer now, I believe.
Yeah, Pishy's got the laser cutter.
We could possibly you can get metal filament for those and the laser cutter as well, so we could potentially print like a metal at it. Actually, like that'd be pretty sick.
That would be sick.
Yeah, send it off to a glazer and get like the purple glaze and like a smooth glass finish put on it and stuff. Yeah, well, we could
Or
potentially possible for us to do that.
so why people keep saying we need a chromb medal? Like, where did this come from?
It'd be something involving playing a Hosho Marine map.
Why not Harumachi Clover? But like, people have been suggesting a chromb medal for the past like at least year and a half.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get one eventually. Wink.
Eventually, like, just get silenced in Hashosu.
That'd be a funny April Fool's joke, actually. Well, maybe not funny for the moderators, but funny for me.
I think April Fool should just be like British chat filter.
We haven't done April Fools in a long time.
Yeah, it's always just been sneezing.
Yeah, well, that comes on automatically, I think.
Yeah,
it could happen. Never say never.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
There's what people talking about the bugged medals, and I think the thing people don't understand is it's probably really hard to test before it's actually out.
It is. I can't test this shit on my account because the one time I did, you fuckers scraped it immediately. So I can't.
Did we get that from? Did we get something from Poon's account as well at some point?
We did, and someone got one from Millie's one as well. You guys have that fucking bot, and it's like.
Wait, we got something from Millie's account. When was that?
I'm pretty sure someone did because he tested one once, and then like literally within 5 minutes, someone was like, "Oh my god, we got the medal," and then everyone had the solution.
Oh, no, the thing is, I don't even think we have. Do we have a bot for it? Oh yeah, I made it. I forgot. It completely fell apart, so I stopped using it. But we had a bot for a bit, and that's half the reason why the events feed API is now actually good. Because the old method I used for it was essentially doing the same as what the website did, which was just keep pinging a server and getting a response.
Yeah, it was probably
with like
Cloudflare or cache limits or something.
No, because I looked at the actual code on the website because it was all, for some reason that's all coded front end. And old. I had a look at it, and it was literally just constantly pinging one URL with no delays or anything to it. So I just kind of did that, put a delay on it, and like a week later, API v2 appeared.
He knew, 100%. He knew. Who the fuck's hitting this endpoint? What the hell? Yeah.
The first person in like 2 years to actually use it.
Yeah, not very many people know about that page. I don't think.
There's only like one page now that's not moved over. I think it's the ban history or something like that.
Yeah,
that one's a classic.
We do have better testing stuff now. Like Internment was tested using, I think, a very rudimentary like submission thing that Peppy made because, like, you know, trying to get those scores. Even when you know the solution for Internment, it's not hugely straightforward to get. There is a bit of finessing you have to do with it.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to test medals, like it can be annoying if you're bad
to actually have to do it.
Play halfway through, yeah.
Because it took like an hour, not because it's hard or anything, but because you have to choose what slider ends to drop so that you end up with like 255 at the break.
Yeah, you've got to really finesse it. Like it actually takes a bit of skill to do.
It's not like Elite where it's just like, play Kimi no Shiranai Monogatari and break on this specific slider. That's an easy one. Because the map's like 0 BPM and it's not even that hard to do. With this one, because it's different every time, there's no real set place you've got to break.
Are you saying to me that I should go back and change Elite to have a BPM requirement?
I mean, I think it's got a star rating requirement.
Actually, I saw a video recently. Someone was saying that like Lights Out is like dog shit easy. Apparently, you just like drop one medal or something, drop one thing. It's like unintentionally easy.
What is Lights Out?
Lights Out is the FCM map using only night core flashlight.
Because any map, yeah, there's always going to be like survival dance. If you look on any medal on Ozogai, survival dance will be there. I'm surprised you haven't Tsurupettan this map yet. This map it is 12 seconds and 4 stars.
I think Peppy would like throw me off a cliff if I did. He loves that map. That and Disco Prince.
Disco Prince is great though.
He loves his Disco Prince. Random question about meta scores. Which is worth the most? Skylord, Beast Mode, and Final Boss are all 1,000. I think which one's the other one? I think there's another 1,000 as well, actually.
What was that flashbulb one? That ended up being really easy.
Is This Real Life is also 1,000. The
Is This Real Life? The first time you go for it, it's so like you just look at it and it's just you just look at it and it's like no, impossible. And then you stop.
Get it.
And then you stop playing the map and just start memorizing it.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 days of doing nothing. I eventually got it, but it's like not fun.
Yeah.
Okay, Mega Mix is starting the interrogation of what actually happened with Tsurupettan.
I don't actually remember. I genuinely don't. What medal was that for?
That was for basically every single Taiko pass medal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was involved in that. I think
because it
passed out.
It was like this 5-star map, this 5-star Taiko map that has like 2 blue nodes in it.
Oh.
But then you put DT on it, it becomes 7 stars. It worked in the original star rating system, like back before Ether Ritual got nerfed to like all hell. It worked back then, and it was like I think 5-star and 6-star. Rework comes along, and we're like, oh, this is becoming high star rating again. And someone made an announcement. I think it was me or Mega just saying, oh yeah, just play Tsurupettan, it's free. The day later comes along, the map gives 0 medals for anything now.
Oh my god. I think I'm just gonna let me check. There may actually be a I might have found a rejected medal draft just hidden in here. There's so many medals. Is Horizon's End? Does that ring a bell to anyone?
Horizon's End. That sounds like it could be
map.
A what map?
A Sakura Burst map.
Oh, that sounds like.
I think I may have repurposed that one.
That sounds like Efflorescence. Yeah, the Horizon thunders with a pretentious bloom. It's the flair for that one.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This is a draft. We nerfed that one. Efflorescence is like a Horizon's End was like you originally had to do that map at a certain time of day and then get exactly 1201.
That'd be hard. That'd be really hard. This map's like
exactly 1201 combo, so you get one chance out of the day, but it was too hard, so we decided.
This map is so weird.
Yeah, it's a Shern map. I like these maps. I still do. Shame he doesn't map anymore. I see why we trashed that one. That one's hard.
We gotta start asking the backstories of some of these medals. Okay. Any suggestions, guys?
Loads of them are pop culture references. Like I think like 70% or more of them.
Quick maths is.
Aeon is. It references a song from Ragnarok Online. Feeling It is. Thing from fucking Apex Legends, I think. Girl in the Forest is.
Valediction is just a cardboard box, which makes sense.
Yeah, because it's for Pro Box, and Valediction is like literally the point of the medal.
We need to talk about how just
Elite Beat agents.
We need to talk about just how hard the Resurgence medal icon goes.
Yeah, that one was sick.
That goes hard.
Job on that. I'm like, I gave her the draft for it, and I'm like, I don't know what you can do with this bit. Have a go. And then she's like, something like this. It took her like 5 minutes. I hadn't even tabbed out of the chat, and she's like, something like this, and I'm like, what the perfect?
Yeah.
Like immediately. Really stunned by that one. Came out so good.
I mean, we can talk about how Superfan came out at the worst possible time, because as soon as it came out, immediately we get about 50 messages going, Oshinoko. In which
wasn't even related to that in the slightest. Didn't even factor in. I won't make you play most play ones like that.
People complaining that one of the Harumachi sets has a space, so it just doesn't work on Harumachi. But only if you play that one. You're gonna have to play 19 different maps if you want Harumachi.
That's so brutal. Oh my fucking god. Maybe I can fix that with hack submit. Actually, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, where is it? This one. It's the bottom one here's got a space there.
Okay, I might talk to Pepe about that, see if we can hack submit and fix that, because
it's funny. Wait, no, what?
Oh yeah.
Wait, is this one my fault? This was the Harumachi Cup map.
I can't believe you do this.
That one would actually be my fault.
can't believe it.
It'll balk all local downloads, but it has happened before. What other fun ones are there? There's Time Sync, which is like...
I was a bit disappointed in. I was hoping that would go down a bit better. But I think it was a bit bugged or something, and that kind of ruined it for a lot of people.
I don't think it was bugged. I think a lot of people just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because, like, Kill Horde isn't that the oldest FA map? Something.
Kind of, but it's like pirate, and I thought like the whole like stopwatch, because you know like stopwatches are like expensive loot and stuff, and they'd be like underwater, and people would be like, expensive, like a stopwatch underwater, is that like a loot or something? They'd be like, loot pirates Keelhauled? Keelhauled Rise from the Depths into a New Age. Oh, are there like 2 maps of Keelhauled? Maybe it's that. And I thought people would get that one like really quickly, but I was surprisingly wrong.
It's a really cool one. I'm pissed off I didn't get it from your hint to me, but
in your fucking your access.
I mean the I can't say it. The new map is so sick. It's also impossible, so I can't play it. But it's a nice bit of fun. What is it? Bunny medal.
Behold, no deception is like Ninja Raiden or something.
Non-stop dance is DDR, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that one is.
Why is the Consolation Prize one a beer mug? Or a tankard, or whatever you want to call it. It's drinking away your sorrows.
That one I admit is a self-insert joke. I had a friend of mine who was a bit dyslexic, and he one time in high school in software design and development class, he was angry about something, and then he threw his hands up and just be like, "Oh, I don't want a Constellation Prize," instead of Consolation Prize, and it stuck with me ever since.
Why is Uberfaz requesting to speak? What?
I think I called it Constellation Prize at first, but then I was
no,
like, no one's gonna get that.
There's a different medal called Constellation Prize.
Is it? Am I that unoriginal?
Yeah, 2-star pass.
Oh yeah, so there is. Wow, that's kind of embarrassing. Don't look at it. Take it off the screen.
Uberfaz is requesting to speak. Do we let him?
I suppose.
Hello, we've given you pumps. What do you want to say?
I just want to complain about Jack of all trades. Who thought Jack of all trades was a good idea? I swear.
Hey, it's not my one. That's a legacy medal.
Play count. Yeah. Even if it's a legacy medal, it's so much play count. I've been playing Taiko for like multiple years, and I don't think I'm even at 5,000. It's crazy.
You'll get there. I believe in you.
You'll get there. You've got 30 million hit count to get in the meantime.
I don't even care about those. I like the hush hush medals. They're really, aesthetically pleasing. The purple, and I'm so close to getting all of them. I know I could never get like all of the medals because the play count ones are just so ridiculous. But I'm so close to all the hush hush ones, and one of the hush hush ones is just a fake. What's it called?
Fake progression medal.
Play count medal. Yeah. I'm so mad about it. That's it.
I can't change that one, sadly. It's old, so we gotta leave it.
Yeah, that's true. I just wanted to vent about it.
Is that all you're here for?
Yeah. Just wanted to complain.
Sure.
I'm so close to getting all the medals for Hush Hush. Only that one that's like, I don't want to do it. I'd rather do Arrogance for like 10 hours straight than just sit there getting flake out.
I'm surprised people went so hard on that one, actually.
I don't even know if it's that
play
hard.
count. The play count or not bluffing?
Probably not bluffing.
Yeah. Not bluffing is like the most innocuous thing. I just guess it's because it's HDFL.
Yeah, HDFL is like
it's HDFL, and for some reason it's just got meme potential.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about it.
Flight just took the fucking Akarin face from Yuri Yuri and just stuck it on there.
We found that.
Okay. In fairness, that is what I told him to do, but I'm like, I didn't think he'd just literally just take it from the thing.
Yeah, because I spent about
draw it himself or something.
I spent about 2 weeks when the thing first came out. Like, I've seen that face somewhere before. It must be him. And it comes up to Yuri, and it's like, that's not him.
Sorry, it's not the Akarin face. It's Kyoko's face. It's a smug face. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a smug face. That's the one.
I wonder how hard it is compared to Lightless, because I did Lightless, I think the very rare way of doing it, because people usually just do it in Mania because it's really easy, but I'm so terrible at Mania that I just did it normally in Standard.
What?
Oh,
Why?
I liked Lightless. I thought Lightless had a great hidden flare combo.
I
Lightless-
I like the map with flashlight. Like at first, I was really mad that I had to do something with flashlight, but the more I played the map, the more I was like, it's kind of easy with flashlight because all the circles are really close together.
I think that's why I chose Illumitor's map set for that too, because it was like particularly benign on flashlight. Some of the other ones were like really
It's like
hard.
an older set.
Yeah. I mean, the Taiko map set's impossible no mods, so. Like,
Yeah,
the
I had to
Taiko,
play that one.
it's fun. It's very fun, but it's also like I'm gonna play in Mania. I can't be bothered.
There is one medal actually that's had assets uploaded, but is not. I think I scrapped it because I'm happy with it.
Was it Porter?
No, there's another one.
Is it that one?
Let me check S3. And I don't know. You guys will find it somehow. Maybe you'll just test
Well,
run.
I'm gonna tell the people, do not do it again.
Yeah,
I heard it- I heard
it
it-
underwhelming.
I heard a bit of the fallout from what happened last time. People started scraping for medals, so I'm gonna tell them
Well,
not
if-
to do it again.
They can try as if they're just
Scraping
doing
for
it on like the
medals.
website. It's like whatever. I don't think anyone particularly cares. But like when you're doing fucky shit in laser, you shouldn't do that.
Oh no, it wasn't fucking shit in laser. They were just requesting every single dictionary word to S3.
Oh, my god.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, maybe don't do that then.
Last I remember, they got a message from Poon saying stop.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Maybe we didn't upload it. Actually.
I think we found like 4. Well, they found like 4 that way, but like, so it's not helpful. You got an image and nothing else.
Okay, yeah, no, this was a rejected stub that we did in the end. The medal was called Almost, and you'd get it for getting an A rank with 97% accuracy.
Wait, is it actually in there?
No,
Oh, is it just not?
no,
It's not coded in, but
we didn't have it. But that's what it would have been. And I think it was too similar to another one, so we decided not to do it in the end.
I wonder how many rejected medals there are.
Not that many. We use most.
Yeah,
Fishy
that's good.
suggested a bunch, and I've harvested a bunch of community suggestions from here too. Some of them are really good.
no. Actually, here's one. I remember when Dark Familiarity was first solved. You said you give a month of supporter to anyone that actually gets what the medal icon is.
Yeah.
What is it?
Figure it out?
I don't think anyone ever
Kerrigan-
figured it out.
It's the pattern of Kerrigan's night vision goggles from StarCraft. Because there's Ghost
Okay.
Assassins based on
What?
Kerrigan singing. Hold on, I'll find you the link.
I thought those were just hit circles with a crosshair in the middle.
No, because Sarah Kerrigan from StarCraft that wears like night vision goggles in her one bit of art. What is it?
We got to remember that like Ephemeral is like the early internet. Well, not the early internet, but like
Yeah,
2000s
What's it
internet as a person.
big
I
boomer.
thought fucking like I thought it was popular. I thought everyone knew this. See, look, there you go. I linked it in there. You should fucking spot the pattern like literally immediately.
Maybe
Oh
everyone
my
around
God.
your age. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you were wrong about Final Boss.
See, look, it's like it makes sense. Dark Familiarity, Ghost Assassin is literally Sarah Kerrigan singing about ending up a fucking Zerg broodmother or whatever.
Wait, what's Final Boss supposed to be? I'm curious now.
Final Boss is supposed to be the tube you go into to fight Andros in Lightless Wars, which is where Peppy's name is based off.
Oh, that's
I think
kind of
for the,
interesting.
for the Americans, that's Star Fox 64.
Star Fox.
Yeah.
Star Fox 64. Yeah.
Right.
You sent me the video and it looked nothing like it. Like unironically, it was like nothing like it.
Loads of them are based on stuff like that, like heaps. Actually, I think most of them are. They're either like referential to the map or they're referential to some what I consider quote unquote popular culture.
I mean, you got what? Beast mode is cool. I'll say that.
Yeah, Beast Mode's just like
Beast mode was cool, but you gave us the name and we had the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Mortal Coils is sick. Why did the name for Mortal Coils change at some point? Because the medal icon's called Together Forever, or something like that. Or
It was
Forever Apart.
originally called Together Apart, and I'm like, that's a cool play on words, but it kind of sounds stupid. And then like I was again taking a shit, and I'm like, hold on, Mortal Coils sounds way better. Let's go with that. It's like that happens a lot actually. Like the shit revision is like half of the metal baking process for me. I'll be honest with you. It's like think of a medal, does it survive the toilet pass? If so, then we use it.
Toilet pass.
Unseen Heights is good. Unseen
That was
Heights
really
is probably like the flashiest medal we've had in a while, and I like it. Because it's such a simple solution, but at the same time, anyone that doesn't know how the game works wouldn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, cool. 100-star map.
It's also got that funny star design that like Genshin Impact made really popular because
Yeah.
It's a Primo
I'm like-
gem.
yeah, literally. And Paimon has it on her thing too, I think.
Yeah.
Artist loves Genshin Impact, so I'm just like, just fucking go ham with it. And she's like, okay, and she draws it.
We'll have the 30 million taiko hits. Oh yeah, I was going over this on the sheet. From what you said compared to what actually, because it's always been 30 million, but on the sheet you said at some point it was nerfed.
I think it was 40 million originally.
No.
How
Or
much
it was
is
going to be
30
40
million?
million, and then we dropped it to 30, and then apparently we need to drop it to 15 as well.
It's still like, I don't know anyone that has it that isn't like a play count farmer.
I'm not even 10% of that.
I
And I've been
am.
playing taiko for like, I don't know.
I am a third.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually quite a lot. But I'm kind of trapped because like, if we nerf it, then it makes everyone who like farmed it just wasted their time. I don't want to do that because like you really have to be dedicated to get it.
You could probably make a legacy medal section
But
where
then,
you have
like,
the old ones that you can't get anymore.
but then that sucks for the completionists that want to get them all, right? Like,
Or just add one in the middle.
I mean, you gotta balance out the completionists and like the general community, right? You could probably find some nice medium there, nice balance.
yeah, maybe we should add an extra tier. Probably do that for all of them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else that's probably worth mentioning.
I
What
was
is the icon for B-Rave?
It's like a bug, no? When I see it, I think computer bug. Or like virus, I don't know.
It looks like that Terraria boss. It looks like this guy.
Oh
but...
yeah, it's meant to be like a monster or something. The design script that was given to Flight was some kind of monster face with angry veins. Think boss monster. That's what he was given, and that's what he made.
Yeah, it's all Glassive joined. Glassive, what do you want to say?
About rank medals, like approaching the summit and stuff. Were they like designed in mind that a lot more people will join the game, and so like
Definitely
they get
not.
more difficult
No,
time?
no way.
Definitely
They weren't
not.
designed at all. They're not mine. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Those are also outdated.
Oh,
Like,
those are the old ones.
They are
super
hysterically
old.
old. Yeah, super fucking old.
I mean, top 1000 at this point is like impossible.
Yeah,
There was ideas of like, what if it was rank percentile, but then
Yeah, exactly.
it would ruin the
That-
achievement for people who got it by grinding it, right? So it's
one thing
kind of
we thought of was
dilemma.
doing it country as well, but like even country would be really hard. Like if you're like in the US,
It would
Oh,
just
yeah,
need to be
right.
percentage because that's the one thing that would account for growth.
all of them. Yeah.
Country
shrinking.
leaderboards could be cool. Like something multiplayer medals, we have to play with people that are either in your country or in countries around you, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Good
that'd be a good metal idea, probably. So there's heaps of
Country-
shit we can do with multiplayer. Is the one thing I'm like really super excited for because like Pepe has like some sick ideas like Mario Kart style like multiplayer, and I think that would like translate so well into medals. Like
I really want to see some form of like raid boss medals.
yeah,
Like
I'd love to.
get as many people as you can in a multiplayer and just go for something.
You know how like gacha games like Blue Archive like do like the world bosses where they
Oh,
have
I'm
like
playing it right
absolute
now.
fuck huge.
I've not played Blue Archive and I don't play
I
it.
literally have it open in front of me as you're saying this.
Anyway, like,
sort yourself
don't-
out.
Don't get distracted. No, oh my fucking god. I meant it in like the context of like gacha raid bosses that have like giant HP pools
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, they
It'd be
have-
cool if there was like
they're like group
time
bosses.
challenges where like countries could like see if they can be the first to get the HP down the most or something. I don't know. We could do stuff like that. So people all have to get together in multiplayer rooms and like I don't know, would break it up by like individual contributions to score and stuff like that. And
Yep.
give out prizes for it and shit.
Because I know a bunch of games have stuff like sort of like overall player base goals, stuff like across the entire player base, get like 1 million kills in a month or something like that. Do you think we could do something? There could be something done with that. Something like
Yeah, I think so.
as a player base in December hit 1 billion notes or something like that.
Play Harumachi 1 million
Oh,
times.
you could do that already now on stable.
You probably
If you're
could.
just using
You
web.
probably could, yeah. Like something like for December, I don't know, the player base collectively has to like
Gift
get, I don't
supporter.
know, like a 10 billion or 100 billion score on maps with snow in the name or something.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. We could do stuff like that. There's heaps that hasn't really been touched on that of like collective goals. It's just a matter of like figuring out what we'd give for them. Probably like I kind of want OS coins to be added so we can like just give OS coins and then figure out what to do with OS coins later.
OS currency.
Finally, Peppy Jet.
Bringing
so
back
they-
OS coins as something useful would be great.
OS stock market crash.
Oh no.
Yeah, you could like invest in players.
That
When
would
they
be
lose
cool.
ranks, your value goes down.
Yo, that would be really
Oh,
cool.
dude, people get so fucking mad at that though. Like imagine someone getting sniped and it'd be like, my fucking 10,000 OS coin investment is now worth 7k. You
Unironically, Osakai Star for crumbling now because that was one of our planned April Fools.
It's so
you
funny.
should do it.
I think
I'd
it
be
was
curious to see how that
dropped,
goes.
but it wasn't an idea, right?
I have a feeling it'd go absolutely terribly. It's like it's the sort of thing that you'd release out to the public and it would just start Twitter drama and you'd just like leave it then.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
probably. It would start so much drama.
Oh,
Can you imagine like
Oh,
I lost how many OS coins for this?
Oh,
What
and
do
then
you mean? What do you mean? My 1 million OS coin player got restricted. What happened?
imagine the YouTube titles.
It's okay. If he was cheating, you get refunded because that was false advertising.
oh my god.
Someone's just saying OS medal NFTs.
Ugh. No, thank you.
I'm so happy NFTs died out. I don't have to see
Yeah.
them on my Twitter anymore.
Man, that was a bad time.
An interesting time.
Also, I see the internet just like collectively coming together to shun people.
I have a funny
Yeah.
unrelated story with that. Me and my dad mined like 20 Bitcoin back in the early days of Bitcoin,
no.
but we like lost the wallet. So I think that's
I
like
feel-
how much was Bitcoin at the peak? It was like 100.
It's like
grand a Bitcoin.
40k. Or,
Nah, I
yeah.
think it's more than 40. I think it was like 60 or 70.
40k. So we just lost like I don't know, like what is it, like 600 grand?
What
Oh,
the hell?
Oh yeah, 70. I was right.
69k.
I was right.
Nice.
Oh,
Silly mistake. I think I
We
have a
didn't know it would
family
get
member
popular.
that got rich off Bitcoin.
Yeah, I know it. I know a couple of people that did.
Yeah.
So interestingly, all investors too. They got in early and like, oh, this is interesting tech, and then they just bought like 100
Yeah.
Bitcoin for like I don't know $6 or whatever it was back.
Yeah,
then.
even if you invested just a tiny bit, that's the craziest thing about it. It grew so much.
I mean,
No
there's
one
the
could
pizza
have
story,
ever
which is
foreseen it.
hilarious.
Yeah, the pizza one where someone got tipped like 1,000 Bitcoin or something.
They paid for a
God.
pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, 10,000 Bitcoin.
It wasn't hard to hold on to it either because like nowhere took it for ages, so you just kind of like had nothing to do with it. You just like, oh yeah,
My
Went
work
up in
still
my
takes
wallet.
it for some reason.
I don't hear much about it anymore.
Okay,
It's still
got-
like,
there's an-
worth a lot.
we have an actual medals question in chat. What is going on?
Oh.
How was
Oh,
Aeon
yeah.
thought of and what's it based off of?
Aeon was inspired by this song actually, which I think has a map. It's one of my favorite ones actually. Which
Aeon? Oh yeah, Aeon was so fun.
Oh shit, it's actually my map. I don't think anyone else actually submitted it. Anyway, it's based on that song. And I'm like, because that song
Oh, wow.
like changes BPM and like it's involved in like clock tower and shit in Ragnarok Online. And I'm like, oh okay, so what if we do a funny time thing and then we'll make it involving halftime and stuff. It just kind of will develop from there.
The fact that nobody's noticed that, and it's just sitting on your profile.
Yeah, it was the first map I ever submitted, and I got a BAT by the name of Shinixon or Shinsin or something. I don't remember. He modded it for me. It was like the reason I stuck around in the community was because he modded my map. So I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then he was like, hey, can I do a guest diff for this? And he did, and it's still on there, I'm pretty sure.
We've got someone in chat that hasn't been paying attention.
Why would
Spotlight's
Spotlight's
coming back?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
well, I don't know. That's a Phoenix question, I think.
That's Phoenix question. It's
Oh,
always a
still
Phoenix
around.
question.
I don't know where the medals
Didn't
are.
one
We could-
just end?
Yeah, we did. We
Well,
can
they-
always backdate the Spotlight medals though, so we should probably do that at some point because I think they're still up as beatmap packs and shit, right?
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 missing.
Yeah, so we can always fix those. It's not a big deal. We
Okay,
need to get
Spotlights has
medals.
started. There is a
Yeah.
Spotlight season going on right now.
Yeah.
But Aeon's funny because it keeps getting easier and easier each update. Like the first map people found you could do it on was Ascension to Heaven, which is silly. Then there's Wizards in Winter, which is fine apart from the corner jumps in the end, which I'm pretty sure everyone just did by putting blue tack on their screen.
I will be totally honest with you. I wasn't sure Aeon was possible when we put it in. I'm just like, yeah, someone will probably be able to do this. And then we
Yeah, but
just-
someone did it on Ascension to Heaven, which is like the most ridiculous thing, and now it's possible on this thing, which I'm pretty sure like my mum
This
could
DJ
do.
pop map is really fun. It's like easy, and it's fun. So I'm glad it's possible on that, because I thought I was gonna lose my mind trying to get that medal, but it was actually fun.
I'm not logged in.
I've noticed that's a thing over time where like a lot of the older medals that are like more open, people like find really difficult solutions for them at the start, and then over time people are like, hold on, we could do this like way easier on this. That tends to happen a lot.
I mean, it's also partly because at least two reasons. One is because there's a lot more maps getting ranked, so just naturally, and also because star rating is like getting better over time. So if something depends on star rating, like I know for that specific medal for Aeon, it's like 4+ stars or something, right? That map was not 4 stars before with those mod combinations, but then with a bunch of
Yeah, that's
changes.
That's a fair
Yeah.
point. It is 4.01 for
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
And then there's
0-1.
And then there's stuff like Kaleidoscope where we just don't even do it the hard way.
Oh, yeah.
Kaleidoscope's a funky map.
How did anyone discover that the first time round? Why were they
I don't
playing this
know.
mapping as a catch convert?
Someone was just shotgunning the fucking featured artist maps because you guys did that back then.
Yes,
yeah.
let's play Dig PVC as a catch convert.
With easy halftime. Which is like, it's like really fucking hard. It's listed as 450 score on thing.
I do this on catch.
Oh, on standard it's impossible. Like
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
sure
pretty
it's because
sure.
it was intended to be standard only, but I put it in as all secret, so I just kind of left it. It was intended to be standard only. It was meant to be like really fucking hard. That's why this hint is like so many pretty colors, most of them red, because you'd be seeing red after trying to fucking do the stupid map.
it's a map to make you angry.
I think I tried it for like, I think I tried it for like 2 weeks and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get past like halfway, and I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking horrible.
And the furthest
make
I've
it
got
into
is
metal.
like 10 seconds.
I don't think I even
hard.
tried it on standard.
It's a Zedera map, so it's going to be fun, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit through there for another day and just farm out one map.
Yeah.
Oh, Sanguine is really fun, I'll say that.
That was fun.
That is probably my like favorite solution to any medal that came out recently.
Yeah, I was proud of that one. Time's Thorn Still Draw Blood. I'm like, yeah, everyone will know what this is
Yeah.
immediately. It's Scarlet Rose. It's a fucking rose in the icon. People are gonna know.
Scarlet
They'll go
Rose,
and they'll
and
be
then
like,
you
"Oh
read
my
the second
God, it's
hint.
still hard."
Yeah.
And then you read the second. It's still hard, but it's still also really fun.
Yeah, it was just that one should have had a medal ages ago. It was one of those maps that's like that people knew.
It's the hardest
really
map.
shouldn't happen.
When are we getting a Basara medal?
You know, should probably just do that. Hey, even though it's not licensed.
It's not
Big
licensed.
No,
I
like,
think.
who hasn't played that now? Like, it's like infamous just because of how fun it is.
Like, it's just like we've had like an entire like art explosion in terms of mapping, but like Basara is still the most fun map.
It is absurdly fun. I still play a lot of Z-Trot maps for that reason, because I feel like that kind of like old way of doing things is really entertaining, and a lot of mappers don't really do that. They do like they're all like flow, like really flow heavy.
Blue
buzzword.
Blue Dragon is still mapping bangers.
Yeah.
Who's asking
What else
what's
is that?
Basara?
Oh,
Competine, sort yourself out. I'm linking it to you right now. You're playing Basara.
it's very fun.
It is very fun. This was in Spotlights.
Yeah. The best bit about that is just like a dude made a map, and it's like, oh yeah, this is really good. And people play just because it's fun.
Those are the good maps, though. The ones that people just keep coming back to.
Yeah, I think you can say you've won as a mapper if you have a creation like that. Where it's just popular because it's like really fun to play.
You know, like Scarlet Rose as well. Kind of fun, but that's really fun to play. But who's that map by again?
Yeah.
That's map by one of the that's Valo18, who is the most fun mapper.
well esteemed for a reason. I want to do more stuff like that with modern maps, and I'm like trying to keep tabs on stuff to see like what kind of things like that are coming out. But it's like surprisingly difficult to find new things like that these days, at least for me. New maps in that kind of like this is fun and slightly different. Can't a lot of them feel very samey these days to me.
Right. It's a bit of a weird question, but with the whole licensing thing, if a song is an OS original and it's like an entirely original song, not a remix, but it's also not a featured artist song, so for example, the sort of image material remake that was made for Roundtable, could that be made into a medal map?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's only an issue if like the artist posts the main rights for the song. Like if it's a remix, most remixes aren't like licensed, but like the artist's kind of just like, you know, like
Yeah.
they won't really pull up on it. So it's usually okay to use those. But like if it's a remix and it like really closely follows the original song and is like too much like a bootleg remix, they might pull on it instead, and then that's not really something we can do.
I think the thing you mentioned, F, about newer maps not seeming that fun, I think it has to do with a lot of the maps that are different are usually a lot higher difficulty, and like the 6-star and below has kind of, they're all super
Well, not
formulaic nowadays. So if if you play around that star range, it does suck, I think.
Yeah, which is where I'm pretty much hard stuck.
Yeah, it's where most people are, I think.
It would explain my experience with it a lot, honestly.
Yeah, but mappers nowadays, you know, they map most of them, or if not most of them, definitely a big chunk of the map for like the kind of maximum.
What I'd love to do
SR.
is give maps like Total Football and like Robot Stop and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Would love to like be able to do medals for shit like that.
yeah, definitely.
I don't think LLC makes maps anymore, does he? Like quit or something?
I have no idea. I haven't heard of him in a while.
I think he's focusing on music now or something. I don't know.
That's cool. He probably still maps, maybe just not as much.
I don't remember.
I mean, the thing is, I think mappings or playing's become a bit less fun because at the moment, I would say most mappers map either for art or for PP.
It's kind of
So there's not
like that.
There's not really many people just being like, I like the song, just mapping something that they want other people to play.
I think it's less that and more that mapping is just kind of solved, and most people kind of follow the same formula, so you don't really see people experimenting as much. And if they do experiment, you usually dump them into that artsy bucket that you talked about.
If,
like
if they do experiment, you get stuff like
you get art maps. Yeah, that's
what was that one that had like all the Twitter clips made of it? Non-breath oblige, where it was like half of it was people going, half of it was people going, this is the next generation of mapping, and the other half was people going, this is shit.
Yeah,
there was no in between, which is kind of like can be a bit demoralizing. But we need to see more like, I don't know. It does feel to me as a player that the ranking criteria is just kind of like we can keep some of it, but if it's stopping people from making what they want to make, then it's kind of a bit weird to have.
It's technically not.
No,
it's
not the ranking criteria. It's just if anything, it's cultural. It's all cultural.
Yeah.
It's also like the things I mentioned. Plus, there being a lot more maps, so it's a lot harder to find something that you like, just because there are so many maps. And I think it's easier to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, and what you said earlier about mapping being like solved, I think is quite prudent as well, because it's just like, it's a very old art form at this point, and there's not been very like. When's the last time you think the mapping got like an update? Like had new mechanics added? Like that's going to be a laser thing. So we're like close to
definitely.
That now.
I was actually just thinking, like I think today or yesterday, I'm like, I haven't been mapping a lot because I feel like I'm kind of running out of ideas. But I think I will map a lot more once laser comes out because there's going to be a lot more. Hopefully, a lot more to do.
Hold notes and like supported to be properly and stuff like even just those two alone. Will
I mean, I've seen the Twitter clips of this guy that's working on making sort of collaborative mapping in like at the same time.
Yeah.
It'd be sick.
Like a website for it or something, or like an app.
That'd be super
someone made.
Cool.
The other stuff that you could do, like I've heard the plan to sort of get modding to be closer to GitHub and less like just throwing text at someone.
Oh, that'd be so great, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it needs version control set.
GitHub is really nice. Going back to modding after using GitHub is just like prehistoric.
The OS laser command line.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we need more like just like map style map just to do something silly.
Yeah, those exist though. Those are
Like, and that's not me enabling wafer mapping stuff like the real big chungus. That's not me enabling that. It's me saying stuff like old gimmick maps. So it's like something you've never seen before. There was that map where it was based off of a rhythm game. I think it was. Oh.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think
It's the one where it just goes. It's the one where it just sweeps from left to right.
Yeah,
across the whole
yeah,
map.
yeah. F definitely knows what you're talking about, but
It's absolutely impossible to play, but it's so fun.
It's only impossible because of the
Oh,
AR.
Yeah, the DJ Max one.
I think I may have to call it. It's
Oh,
been
okay.
about, like,
Oh yeah,
10
yeah.
hours anyway, so.
That's fine.
Do you have a fancy lead-out slide or anything?
That.
There it is.
Amazing.
There we go. This is so well planned.
I just rated it at the end.
Who's gonna say the words?
Oh, no, not me. I'm the guest.
See you next time.
See ya.
Goodbye, friends. Thank you for coming.
Bye.